Did you take an Enneagram test and the Type 1 came up in your top 3 results? You might have taken the Enneagram Institute test, which is 144 questions, so good job if you did. Or Beth McCord has a good one out there. Trudy has one out there. There's so many different tests that you could take, but a lot of times when we take the test, we still have more questions because usually it'll give you your top 3 results. And so that's what this video is gonna help you do today. If you just need a little more information on who the Type 1 is, this is the video you need to watch. The Type 1, they're known as the reformer. You've probably heard it called the perfectionist. They're motivated by being good, by being right. They wanna live a life with purpose. And if you've gotten to this point and you don't even know what the Enneagram is, quick go watch this video. Whether it's right now or after this video, go watch this video. It'll help you understand what the Enneagram is before we dive into who the Enneagram Type 1 is. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into the 10 signs of being an Enneagram Type 1. Sign number 1. That sign, I would say for the Type 1 is they're the ones that don't understand why people have such lax standards of their life. Type 1s usually live their life with high standards with themselves and with other people and with the world. And so when other people don't have those same standards, maybe they're careless or neglectful, or they just don't approach life the same way, it can be really hard for that Type 1 because, like I said, they live by really high standards. Sign number 2, you hate mistakes. The Enneagram 1 hates mistakes. And a lot of this has to do with the wounding childhood message of that Type 1, which is it's not okay to make mistakes. So when they were little, they interpreted most things through that. Wait, it's not okay to make mistakes. Therefore, that is one of the signs for the 1. It's just not okay to make mistakes. And usually they're the hardest on themselves. So all that to say, they really, really try to make sure things are done properly and without mistakes. Sign number 3. You're a hard worker. You go the extra mile, you carry out all the tasks extremely efficiently. The work of the 1 is usually top notch. Sign number 4, sometimes you feel like you're living with a judge in your head. And that judge could be harsh, but it also could be wise and discerning. But a lot of times the 1 has like an inner critic or helper or judge in their head. Sign number 5, the Type 1 usually has a ton of self-discipline. They're able to motivate themselves. They have lots of self-control. They keep their word. Anything they put on their to-do list, they tend to get it done. Sign number 6, you feel like you always have to do what is right, which goes back to your core desire, right? But if we flip that, the core fear of the 1 is being wrong. Therefore, that desire, what they're running after is they always want to be right. Being right to that Type 1 can equal being good. And so that is a motivator of the 1 and a sign of being a 1. If being good and right is super important to you. Sign number 7, you're constantly wanting to improve every aspect of your life. Work life, home life. You can spot all the imperfections. You can walk through the door at your house and spot a pillow on the floor, even if the rest of the house is clean. You might zero in on what's not done. And a lot of times that has to do with the 1 being able to always spot imperfections out. They just can spot what needs to be improved instantly. And a lot of times it's just, some of it is just making sure it's consistent with their values and principles. And so all of that goes together. Sign number 8, your communication style, direct, honest, deliberate. And I would say the other part of the communication style of the Type 1 is they don't have a ton of time or space for small talk. Sign number 9, the 1 will experience physical tension in their body pretty regularly. And this is because the 1 tends to repress anger and stress and any emotional responses that they just don't want to deal with. They kind of repress it, and sometimes it could feel like physical tension in the 1 and a tightness, and might even be some pain. But a lot of times it's because they're repressing those emotions. All right, last sign, sign number 10. If you're a 1, you want to make the world a better place. Not to say other types don't want to, but it looks differently with the 1. They want to make a difference. They want to make a difference for people. They want to make a difference for a cause. They want to make the world a better place. Type 1s, they're world changers. So if you've gotten to the end of this point and you're like, yes, 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 then I'd say you might be an Enneagram Type 1. If you still have questions though, and you still need a little more information, You can go watch this video, which is all about the Enneagram 1 wings, and it tells you a little bit more information, or this video, and this is an interview with a Type 1 that I did, and both of those should help you further in trying to figure out if you are actually a Type 1. So go enjoy those, and I will see you guys next week.